Good morning, good morning. What's going on, everybody? I hope you woke up in a good mood today, man. I think our mood in the morning is determined by what we do at night. I think your mood in the morning is determined by what you do at night. So you can't expect to go to bed after you've argued with your lady and then think you're gonna wake up in a good mood. You can't watch depressing TV shows and wake up in a good mood. A lot of us skip over that one because we look at that like it's just entertainment. But bro, if you watch comedy, you're gonna laugh. You know what I mean? So obviously it affects you. You know that, you know that's fake, but you still laugh. So whatever you watch, whatever you hear, it ignites some type of emotion. And so you cannot go to bed thinking depressed thoughts, seeing people die, get murdered, raped, fight, or anything else that can turn negative, and think that you're gonna wake up in a great mood. So let's take this a step further, because I definitely wanna make sure that we're hitting on as many points as possible. So there are certain conversations that we're having with people at night that turn negative. And you're gonna say, hey Mark, how do I know that conversation is gonna turn negative? There are some people you talk to, bro, that every conversation turns negative. Every conversation turns negative. Either this person got a bunch of negative stuff going on, there's always negative stuff happening to them, they turn it into something negative with you, or it's always a debate. That's also negative. We got to realize that debates are educated arguments, bro. They're arguments with information. So meaning a presidential debate. They're arguing about politics, bro. Our policies are better than your policies. Not only is it a back and forth and an argument, bro, but nobody wins. Nobody really wins those debates. So if you are having debates, arguments, negative talk with people in the last, bro, I think 2 hours before you go to bed, you're gonna wake up in a bad mood. So as we talk in the mornings here, you know, we should be waking up with a clear head, man. But we can't. We can't. If we're throwing things, if we're visualizing things, if we're hearing certain trigger words, if we're listening to certain music before we go to bed, bro, you're gonna wake up in a bad mood. You are. I don't care how good you could be having. You could have a great day plan. You could wake up in the morning, man, and you about to do some great things, but that negative energy, man, it still be on you. And it could take a while before you shake it. And bro, we know if that negative energy takes over and it just causes you perhaps to spark another debate with somebody, think about death in the morning, think about the negativity that's going on in your life, even though you might be trying to fix a lot of it, bro, you're gonna start your day out wrong. We're talking 3-4 hours might go past and you're in a negative mind state. We can't afford that, bro. 7 days a week, that's 28 hours. If your mind's in a negative mind state, in a negative state for 4 hours, 7 days a week, that's 28 hours of the week. It's a lot of time. So, bro, I don't come to you with problems unless I have some type of solution. And normally the solution came from some real life experience that I've had. So I was in a position before where debating, arguing, watching negative TV shows, drama that included death, adultery, you know what I'm saying? Robberies. I consumed a lot of that type of stuff, a lot of that type of content right before I went to bed, bro. And Of course, at the time, I'm not thinking that it makes that big of a difference. Because I'm like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? But it greatly, man, it has a great effect on you. And it had a great effect on me. So I'm just talking to you from experience. That last 2 hours, let's say you go to bed at 10 o'clock. From 8 p.m. on, the emails that can turn negative, the text threads that can turn negative, the TV shows that can go negative, hanging out with people who talk negativity. That's probably the biggest one. Because some of you guys aren't TV watchers like that. Some of you guys watch sports. But talking to people who turn, because we can't control that. Like, we can turn a TV off, right? If it goes negative, we can just turn the channel. Music is getting too rowdy, we can change the song. Man, when you're knee deep in a conversation with somebody, man, that thing can go left in 10 seconds. All they gotta do is start talking about the wrong thing, and it can be something that happened to them. But now those negative feelings start to transfer to you, or you feel bad for their situation because you actually are a human being. You know what I mean? So that can happen as well. That would be the first thing I would do. You really got to take inventory of who you're spending your time with from that last 2 hours before you go to bed, bro. You have to. And if that means you get with that person earlier in the evening, then that's what you do. For some of you, it's your partner. I'm gonna keep real with you. For some of you, it's your partner. And that's gonna be tough. So that might include a conversation. And this is one of the things I do. If I got a partner, bro, hey, listen, there's certain things we're not talking about at night, because it can turn negative. So let's just wait till the morning. And even if you think about something at 8:30, write that motherfucker down on a Post-it note, and we get to it tomorrow. You understand me? Because we know certain conversations, bro, it's gonna turn negative every time. Y'all might be talking about her mom, and it turned negative every time. So y'all gotta talk about that during the day, bro. A lot easier to process, and there's so many other things going on during the day. So it doesn't kill your vibe as much. You understand? I would say the people would be first, and then the content. A lot of us are scrolling at night and or watching TV. You might be watching Law and Order SVU, and I'm just using this one as an example, bro. It's a phenomenal show, phenomenal series, been going on for I think 2 decades. But bro, somebody get raped every show. Somebody get killed every show. You know what I mean? You watching it every night. You watching reruns of it every night. On the commercials, you scrolling through your feed, you might see fights on your feed. You might see somebody get shot on your feed for an hour, bro. Death and rape going through you, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So we have control. So you figure if you take out the negative people, or the people who you get into negative conversations with, take away the negative content, and that's probably 85% of the negativity. I would say that's 85% of the negativity. Now, future planning seems to do a lot for me in the way of positivity. Now, we're just talking about negativity, but future planning really works to raise your vibration at night before you go to bed as well. And bro, that can literally mean just making a to-do list for the next day, because whatever you did not get done that day could be a couple simple chores you didn't get done. But when you write them down, put them in order, have a plan for the next day, you go to bed, I'm telling you, bro, more positive outlook on the next day. But the third negative thing that I think has us a little bit trapped, I think this is the time of day that you might be listening to some let me try to say, you might be consuming some music that has negative connotations in it. And because you know the music, you don't realize the negativity that's being put out through the speakers. Right? So we'll listen to music in the shower. We'll listen to music as we getting dressed or putting our night clothes on. You know, a lot of dudes, we watch sports at night. So we watching sports at night, but we listening to music. So a lot of us that listen to hip hop, bro, like, you know how it go. You not realizing, listen, bro, you don't realize how much negativity and curse words are being spewed out through the hip hop we listen to until there's kids around. So you got your kids and you're like, damn, man, let me turn this down. These kids in the room, and you know what I mean? So if you don't have kids, it's even harder because those curse words don't move you like that. But bro, you might listen to a song, one song, it could be 60 curse words, bro. There might be 20 lines that spew profanity or suggestive material. You understand me? And you going to bed with that on your mind. So I would say, cut out the negative music if you can. Okay? Listen to some more calm and relaxing music at night. If you listen to music at night, I would definitely say cut out the content that's negative. Stop going to the groups that are negative. Stop being on the pages that are negative. Stop consuming content that's negative, bro. Thirdly, man, the people we talk to, if those conversations end up in debates, if they end up in arguments, if you guys just talk about a bunch of things that turn negative, man, even if it's just the other person always having problems, you got to talk to that person earlier in the day, man. Because the point is to wake up with a clear mind, feeling good about yourself, with nothing but positive energy. That's what it is, baby. All right? It's your guy, mark my words.